There are some heartbreaks that don't leave bruises on the skin, but they leave deep wounds on the soul. Some scars aren't visible to the eye, but they bleed in silence every day. And maybe that's you right now. Maybe you've been used, manipulated, torn down, and left in the ruins of someone else's pride. Someone who loved you just enough to keep you close, but hurt you just enough to make you feel worthless. Someone who built themselves up by breaking you down. And now you're left wondering, God, what's next for me? Is there life after this pain? Is there purpose after this destruction? Let me speak to the aching heart tonight. Let me speak to the one who trusted deeply and was betrayed repeatedly, to the one who loved purely and was repaid with cruelty, to the one who gave everything and received nothing but emotional warfare in return. God sees you. He knows the path you've walked. He knows every tear you cried in the silence. He knows every prayer you whispered when you didn't even have the strength to speak. And He's not done with you, not even close. You may feel shattered, but you are not forsaken. You may feel forgotten, but heaven still knows your name. You may feel like the narcissist took everything from you, your peace, your worth, your joy, but I've come with good news. A plan to restore what was stolen, a plan to heal what was broken, a plan to redeem the time that was wasted. You may not see it yet, you may not feel it yet, but God is moving. You see, God doesn't just pick up the pieces of your life and glue them back together. He makes all things new. He doesn't just help you survive, He teaches you how to soar again. He doesn't just carry you out of the fire, He turns the ashes into beauty. Yes, even this. Even after the narcissist, even after the pain, even after the betrayal, there is still a future for you. You may be asking, why did God allow me to go through that? That's a question that echoes through the hearts of so many who've endured emotional and spiritual abuse. It's not a sign of weak faith. It's the cry of a wounded soul. And God isn't afraid of your questions. He doesn't turn away from your pain. In fact, He leans in, He listens, He weeps with you, and He begins to whisper His truth into the places where the lies once lived. Because here's the truth. That person may have tried to define your worth, but only God holds the blueprint to your identity. That narcissist may have tried to rewrite your story, but God is the author and the finisher of your faith. What they meant for harm, God will turn for good. The enemy wanted to silence you, but God is raising your voice. The enemy wanted to break you, but God is building something in you that no storm can shake. It may not look like it now, but there is purpose in your pain. There's gold in the fire. There's strength being forged in the furnace of affliction. Every tear you cried was seen. Every sleepless night was noticed. Every moment you questioned your worth, God was holding you closer than you knew. Do you remember Joseph? Betrayed by his own brothers, lied about, forgotten in a prison cell. But what did he say when it was all over? What you meant for evil, God meant for good. That's what God is doing in your life right now. He's rewriting the narrative. He's reclaiming your story. He's saying, you are not the discarded. You are not the defeated. You are mine. Maybe the narcissist made you feel like you were crazy, like you were too emotional, too much, not enough. They twisted your words, manipulated your kindness, and played with your mind until you questioned your own reality. But listen to me, child of God, you are not crazy. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not unlovable. You are not a burden. You are deeply known and fiercely loved by the God of heaven. And He is not only healing you, He is calling you higher. God is calling you into a new season where your worth is not defined by another person's approval, where your identity is not shaped by abuse, but by the truth of His Word, where you no longer walk on eggshells, but stand on holy ground. This is your turning point. This is the moment where you stop replaying their lies and start receiving God's truth. This is where your soul begins to breathe again. There is life after this. There is joy after this. There is freedom after this. The devil tried to convince you it was over, that the damage was too deep, that the fear would always be louder than your faith. But the devil is a liar. And the truth is, God has never stopped working in your life. Not even for a moment. You see, pain has a way of preparing you for your purpose. You may not have chosen this path, but God is using it to strengthen you, to clarify your vision, to deepen your compassion. Because someone else is coming behind you, someone who will need to hear your testimony, someone who is still stuck where you used to be. And when you rise, and you will rise, you will speak life into others who think they can't survive what you've already overcome. You are not the victim of a narcissist. You are the victor of Christ. You are more than a conqueror. You are the head and not the tail. You are chosen, anointed, redeemed, and destined for glory. Don't let the residue of that relationship determine your future. Don't let the echoes of their manipulation drown out the voice of your Savior. God has been speaking all along, whispering to you in the quiet, calling you back to Him, restoring what they tried to steal. And even now He is saying, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Rest is coming, peace is coming, healing is coming. And not only that, joy is coming. Laughter is coming back to your lips. Light is returning to your eyes. Strength is rising in your bones. Hope is being reborn in your spirit. Because when God says, I will restore the years the locusts have eaten, He means it. When He says, behold, I am doing a new thing, He's not just talking about the world, He's talking about you. Maybe you feel like you're still walking through the valley. That's okay. Because even in the valley, He is with you. You don't have to have it all together for Him to hold you together. You don't have to be perfect for Him to be present. His grace reaches further than your pain. His love runs deeper than the damage. And His mercy never runs out. So what is God's plan for you after a narcissist? It's not just survival. It's revival. It's not just escape. It's elevation. It's not just healing. It's wholeness. He's not leading you out of the fire just to leave you in the wilderness. He's taking you to the promised land, to a place where you don't have to fear being torn down again, where you can love freely, trust wisely, and live boldly, a place where your soul can rest and your heart can dream again. You are not a mistake. Your story is not over. God's plan for your life didn't end with the pain. It began in spite of it. And every step you take from here on is a step toward freedom, a step toward purpose, a step toward the life you were meant to live. So take His hand, trust His timing, lean into His love. You've been through the fire, but you're still standing. You've been in the storm, but you're still breathing. And that means God is not finished with you. He's just getting started. And if you've ever doubted whether you will feel whole again, hear this. The one who created you is also the one who will complete you. Not in part, not halfway, but completely, fully, eternally. So rise, beloved. Your story is not defined by what they did. It's defined by what He's doing. And He's doing something beautiful